Well, hello there. My name's Toot Young, and you probably know me from down on the quarry where I'm usually hanging with my best bud, Jasty. But the quarry's come on some hard times lately because people are buying that cement. So the boss man, he told me, Toot, we don't need you blowing stuff up here anymore. So he said, well, why don't you go look for some other job down around the town? And you know what I said? I said, woohoo! I've always wanted to be a farmer. So I came down here to Misfit Farm, thought I'd find what I could know. And Miss Candace, she teaching me a whole lot. So I thought, well, maybe I can teach them kiddos a thing or two. So that's what I'm gonna do. Chicken. There you go. Well, hello there. Guess what I got here? I got me a chicken. And you know what? They're one of the most important animals on the farm. You know why? Well, they do a lot of scratching and pecking and gobbledygooking. But most importantly, they lay eggs. And eggs is what we eat for breakfast. So, apparently them eggs, they come right out of the chicken's backside. Can you believe that? And it's really hard to get them, but there's a special secret. All you gotta do is you gotta go to the chicken, you gotta go, oh, hell, Mrs. Chicken there, will you lay an egg up pretty please? And usually they'll drop one right out of their backside. But even neater, you know what you do? If you just shake them really carefully a little bit like that, that's how you get scrambled eggs.
No, Tut, that's not really... So, Tut is trying really hard, but it's not quite getting everything right. You don't want to shake a chicken. They don't like it. And they just lay eggs. Chickens are hatched with all of the eggs they're ever going to have in their lifetime already inside them. They just come out. So I'll show you how to get the eggs from them for real. So you go into the coop. I like to go first thing in the morning. And right in the box, there are some nice eggs. White, blue, brown. That's how you get an egg.
So this is Henry, and he's a mini horse. Either that or I've grown about 10 feet tall in the last hour or two, but he's a really good rider. So here we go. Come on, Henry.
No, Tut, you can't ride him. Henry is not for riding. He is a mini horse. So really the only people who can ride Henry are people under the age of 2. There are horses that you can ride. There are also horses for other things, such as working. Draft horses are really big horses. They can pull a lot of weight. And then there are horses such as quarter horses who are used on ranches and farms to help move cattle.
So here I am now with Finn the goat, one of the most important of the animals on the farm, and we got a couple goats here, and what we do with them, we milk them, and that's how we get milk, just like cow's milk, except it's from a goat. So here, ready, Finn? This is how we're gonna do the old milking here. Ready, Finn? Hey.
That's a boy.
Oh, sorry about that, Finny boy. So that's actually the girls that do the milking, apparently. So you ready to do some milking?
Well, not exactly.
Tut. So, these goats are Nubian goats, and on our farm, we use them for milk, like Tut said. Finn is a buck, so his job is to help produce a baby. So in order to milk a goat, they need to have had a baby, just like people. So, their udder, when you're milking, is right back here, and when it's nice and full of milk, it's a nice big bag. So what we do is we put them in what's called a stanchion. They put their head in through a box, and they eat their grain while we milk. Now we share the milk with the babies. We let the babies have their milk, and then we take what's left over. And you can milk the goats for somewhere between 6 and 10 months, depending on how well they're fed and what their diet is. Lots of things that the goat's milk can be used for. For one, it can be used to feed the babies, but we can also drink it. We can make butter, soap, cheese, and they also make great pets.
Hey, come on back here. Hey, there's a good boy. So this is my best buddy, Ike. And you know what he is? He's a giant chicken. He once ate a magical frog, and he just grew this big. I think that's what's happened. right?
No.
Oh.
No. So Ike is actually an emu, not a chicken. He is from a very far away land. So these guys produce an oil that has a lot of medicinal purposes. They live for up to 30 years. They can run close to 30 to 40 miles an hour. And they have very, very powerful legs and really tiny little wings. See little wing?
So this right here is Cedar, and he's a bear dog. His mommy was a dog and his daddy was a bear, and he grew up in the woods and he became a giant bear dog, right?
No.
This is Cedar. He is not a bear dog. He is an Anatolian shepherd. His job is to protect our goats and the rest of our farm.
Hey there, piggy. Here's a good piggy. Hi there, piggy. Well, it looks like this is farewell for now. I sure did have a lot of fun on Misfit Farms, and I hope you did too. Apparently, I got a little bit more to learn, but I'm getting there. I sure do think so. Right there, Mrs. Candy?
Yep, definitely.
See, I thought I did. All right, kiddos, I'll see you next time. Well, bye now, Miss Candy.